A Google Gemini flaw lets hidden prompts turn AI email summaries into phishing tools. OpenAI's Sam Altman admits we're in an AI bubble. Meta's AI policy lets chatbots flirt with children, prompting calls for a congressional probe. And finally, deep ignorance, teaching AI to know less, makes it safer without losing smarts. Welcome to #Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. Imagine receiving an email from a seemingly trusted source. Your AI assistant Gemini informs you your Gmail password has been compromised. It urges you to call support, but that alert was never written by anybody. It was inserted invisibly. Here's how it works. Researchers in Mozilla's Odin Gen AI bug bounty program have uncovered a flaw in Google's Gemini used inside Gmail for summarizing emails. Attackers can embed hidden HTML or CSS instructions like white text on a white background or a zero-sized font inside an email. And when users click on Summarize this email, Gemini reads those invisible directives and obeys them. It might, for example, produce a fake security warning that looks official, prompting you to click a link or call a number. The possibilities are actually endless on this one. And because this tactic doesn't use attachments or suspicious links, it could escape traditional email filters. Since it comes from a trusted AI, users might tend to believe it. Email summaries from Gemini could become phishing traps. Google says it's aware mitigations are in mid-deployment and there's no sign of real-world abuse yet. But that doesn't mean it isn't a serious threat. Security experts warn that AI tools must be treated as part of the attack surface. Hidden content must be sanitized, suspicious AI-generated alerts flagged, and most importantly, users must be reminded that Gemini is not a security authority. We've issued this warning before on our security podcast, Cybersecurity Today. We are absolutely in favor of AI tools and the productivity they bring, but it serves repeating we are at a critical juncture. We're integrating AI tools into our office productivity applications, documents, and emails, but even with the best of intentions, the large AI models have proven to have a lot of vulnerabilities. They were constructed focusing on their intelligence and accuracy, with not enough thought given to security issues and vulnerabilities. Now, in fairness, a number of these vulnerabilities are unique to large language models, prompt injection attacks like this one being an obvious example. But it's a well-known vulnerability that was left open in a production implementation from Google, a company that is running a significant amount of the corporate and personal emails in the world. It's also inexcusable. If they miss the obvious, wait till they see the creativity of hackers applied to these systems. 2 words for individuals and people using these new functions: caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. 2 words for companies like Google: do better. In another of what is coming to be a list of strange and sometimes brutally frank statements, in one breath, Sam Altman acknowledged that artificial intelligence is likely in a speculative bubble. Yet in the next, he confirmed that OpenAI is plowing ahead with plans to spend trillions of dollars building AI infrastructure. In a wide-ranging interview with The Verge around August 15th, Altman didn't mince words. Asked whether the AI sector is in a bubble, he replied, "My opinion is yes." He likened today's investor fervor to the dot-com bubble of the 1990s, when smart people overextended in excitement over a kernel of truth. He painted a vivid picture of valuation mania, where startups with a few people and just an idea are fetching sky-high valuations. That's not rational behavior, he cautioned. Someone is going to get burned, and someone's going to make a phenomenal amount of money. Still, Altman left no doubt about OpenAI's ambition. He said, "You should expect OpenAI to spend trillions of dollars on data center construction in the not very distant future." This admission reflects a surprising dose of realism. Yet despite that, OpenAI is charging forward, betting heavily on building the infrastructure it believes will power the next AI frontier. It's a high-stakes game, one that could shape value and risk across the industry. Reuters has uncovered an internal Meta rulebook that until recently appears to have allowed the company's AI chatbots to engage a child in conversations that are romantic or sensual. Meta confirmed the document's authenticity and said it has now removed those portions after questions from Reuters. The guidelines, titled Gen AI Content Risk Standards, were approved by Meta's legal, public policy, and engineering staff, including its chief ethicist, according to Reuters. The document outlines what builders could treat as acceptable outputs, down to examples that allowed describing a child's attractiveness while drawing a line at describing a child under 13 as sexually desirable. Meta told Reuters that these examples were erroneous, inconsistent with its policies, and are being revised. The political backlash was swift. U.S. Senator Josh Hawley called for an immediate congressional investigation, accusing Meta of retracting the language only after being caught. Other senators, Brian Schatz and Marsha Blackburn, have condemned the company in posts on X. Meta, for its part, says it has clear policies that prohibit content that sexualizes children or sexualizes role play between adults and minors, and emphasize that examples in working notes don't reflect what its AI is permitted to do. Still, Reuters reports other controversial passages, like allowing the bot to generate false medical information with a disclaimer, or to compose a paragraph arguing racist tropes under certain carve-outs, had not been revised as of publication. This is no longer just a content moderation dispute. When a platform produces material via AI, its internal guardrails become a policy in practice. And that's why lawmakers may be finally pressing for oversight, and why companies deploying AI to billions of users need controls that are explicit, enforced, and child-safe by default. New research from Eleuther AI and the UK's AI Security Institute shows that selective stripping out of sensitive content during training can turn out to be an unexpectedly elegant safeguard. The technique, playfully named deep ignorance, applies rigorous pre-training filters to remove high-risk, dual-use content, especially that relating to bioweapons, from open-source language models. These models then struggle to regurgitate hazardous knowledge, or to be fine-tuned into doing so, even while maintaining strong general capabilities. Here's what makes the approach work. A multi-stage filtering pipeline uses keyword block lists and classifiers to remove about 8 to 9% of the training data, focusing on biothreat content. These filtered models proved tamper-resistant, withstanding up to 10,000 adversarial fine-tuning steps, or exposure to 300 million tokens of dangerous data. Despite this omission, general performance remains intact across routine tasks like high school biology, reasoning, and knowledge tests, with less than a 1% compute overhead. This challenges a long-standing narrative in AI that more data is always better. Instead, the study demonstrates that smart curation, not just volume, can yield safer models. Deep ignorance isn't about dumbing AI down. In fact, it may be a misnomer. Perhaps a better term might be deep innocence. By inoculating it against misuse from the very beginning, we demonstrate a compelling case for safety by design. And we even raise a question that should get more serious research. What is the natural predisposition of an AI in terms of what we might colloquially refer to as bad behavior? Are these negative behaviors we've all heard of inherent to AI? Or are they learned from the cesspool of information that forms a growing part of our internet and social media content? And I went, oh my God, we may be having the nature-nurture debate with regard to AI. I'm not sure we've ever settled it with humans, but we better figure it out with AI before we get to artificial superintelligence. And that's our show. If you like what we're doing, please share the show with others. Give us a like or comment on your favorite podcast app or site. We're found everywhere: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and I'm thankful to say Alexa and Google Smart Speakers. We love to hear from you. You can reach me at technewsday.ca or .com. Just go to the Contact Us page. And while you're there, if you'd like to support what we're doing, please go to the Donate tab and consider contributing just the cost of a cup of coffee a month to support the show. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just leave a comment under the video, but your contributions would also be gratefully accepted as well. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a marvelous Monday.